So if you think you can't get a workout in just because you don't have a whole lot of space and you don't have any equipment, don't worry, we got you covered. We got you covered, me, myself, and I, we got you covered. So just start out with some squats. Feet are apart, like you're sitting down in a chair. Stand up, sit down. You're gonna keep the legs bent. You're gonna keep them kind of soft on the way up, which means you're pressing the heels into the floor. And I am not gonna count. We're just gonna go for a while. If you get tired, you can stop, and no, we're not gonna do this for the whole 10 minutes. We're gonna do some variations. But we're gonna start with these to get everything warmed up, pushing through the heels to get the back of the leg nice and tight. And then feeling those front of the legs, those quadriceps as you come up, working everything. So since we're focusing on lower body, we are gonna stop for a second and we're gonna change some exercises, but we're gonna keep our body moving. That way we're not gonna get stiff. So we're gonna do a front lunge. We step back. So think about stopping, going down, and driving off your back heel. If you're wobbly, it's okay. You probably have a piece of furniture you can hold on to, but just try to use it for a little bit of balance, not to support or push off them. So as we land on the heel, we go down a little bit and push off, almost like a little curtsy. Really important to keep that front heel down. That way you're going to get the glutes, hamstrings, and keep your knee nice and safe. As you can tell, alternating the legs makes it a little more cardiovascular, so we get that added benefit. And then we're going to stop right here, switch it up a little bit, taking those knees up nice and high. Now if you want to make this a little more challenging, put the arms overhead, put them prisoner style, use them. All right, but the higher you get the knees, the better. The more you can tuck your tailbone underneath you, the better you're going to feel your abdominals and your glutes working. Now the hamstring is kind of hard to get when we're doing it without equipment. Right now we're going to just kick the heel up. As we do that, we're also going to pull the shoulder blades back. And squeeze the shoulder blades as you squeeze the belly button. Yeah, sometimes we use this in a warm-up, but make sure that you're landing on your heel and keeping all your weight on that heel. And then we'll take it back to the center and go back to some squats. But this time we'll add a knee lift. We'll stay on one side because this will make it a little more challenging. And I will do my best to count. This should be 4. But you're standing on this leg, you're not pushing with that leg. So as you come up, all the weight is here through the heel, getting the front and back of the leg. You're absolutely right, I did lose count, but I'm going to say 2 more, it's probably close to 10. And then we'll switch to the other side. So same thing, down and up. Focus on that base leg, that's the one you're using or the one you're working. Pushing that heel right down. Get used to coordinating the heel with the feeling of working the glutes and the hamstrings. If you get that knee up high and tilt the tailbone a little bit, get more abdominal work on that. 2 more. And I know, we'll go back and count and see what we really did. All right, holding right there. I'm going to stop for a brief moment and do a stretch. So do find out something to hold on to. I don't want you to worry about your balance when you do this. Grab your foot, pull it back. That's simple. Try not to talk with your hands like I do because you'll fall over. And then let's get the other side. This quadricep gets tight whenever you sit. And if you sit a lot, it's going to be very tight. And if it gets tight, pulls on the hip flexor, affects the hamstring and the knees. And we don't want pain there. So we're going to step forward a little bit, do a reverse lunge. That just means you're going to step back and forward. So first we're going to alternate. You're going to focus on the front leg. That's the one that's working. And you're going to focus on pushing the heel through the floor and lifting your whole body with just that back leg. Now, depending on how much room you have, you may be able to step back very far with that other leg, but you don't really have to. You just want to make sure you don't put weight on that back leg because this is the working one. So lifting your whole body through the heel, straight up. And then just a few more. Good, so we're gonna loosen that up and we're gonna go back to those knee lifts, nice and high. So now you're familiar with them. You know that you can use the arms. Keep the arms here if you wanna make it harder. You wanna tilt the hips underneath you to get those lower abs to work. And then we're gonna go into those reverse lunges again. So bring it down, and we're gonna go with 1 foot at a time. So staying on 1 foot, We're going to step back. We're going to come up and try to hold for a second. So as you hold, you're actually bending this knee and pushing the heel into the floor. And by doing that, you're going to activate the glutes and hamstring. So again, get used to that heel, pressing into the floor and feeling the hamstring, that's the back of the thigh, and the glutes working at the same time. Yes, you're going to feel the front. That's automatic. It should be about 7. So 2 more. You should be feeling it all over by now. Good. So we'll loosen that out a little bit. If you feel it too much in the front of that leg, then you're using too much of it. You're not pressing through the heel enough. So get staggered and ready for the other side. So let's see, we'll start going back. And your body, you want to keep it straight. And if you can't balance, that's fine. Hold on to something. It's better that you focus on the muscles and the exercise than your balance right now. Because your strength is going to, give you balance, like I just fell over. So it wasn't a complete disaster. We got 2 more. Last one. Whoops. Yeah, if you saw, I did touch my knee to the floor. We're not really supposed to do that. Sometimes it happens though. So just loosen those out